Dayton. You take us through your game on Saturday. Big one, obviously.
So, what you want, like start to finish or like highlights?
Full highlights.
All right, so we had coming into the game, like the whole offense, we liked the game plan. We knew what we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? We didn't necessarily execute at the highest rate that we wanted to, but we got the job done. We came out victorious. You know, so it's things we can clean up as an offense that we plan on cleaning up. But it's pretty much it. Made a few plays here and there. You know.
Talk us through that catch. I mean, what were you seeing, and just kind of what was going through your mind when you went up for it?
So, I was running for a good little minute. So I'm like, as I'm running, I'm like, dang, the ball still ain't in the air yet. And then I kind of like see Jackson, like kind of like eye lock him, and I see him throw it. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, oh snap, I'm running a little bit too fast. I got throttle. So as I'm throttling the corner, he like catch up on my hip, but I'm like, I did some receiver stuff to create some separation, you know. So ball in the air, I see ball, get ball, go get it. So that's what I was thinking like the whole time. Like, man, I can't let him, you know what I'm saying, catch no book on me or nothing. So I'm like, see ball, get ball, I go get it. I'm gonna make a play. I fell on my face. Like that was the part. I catch the ball, but as I'm looking down, all I see is the grass getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh, hit the ground. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I get up. Try to be a pro, not celebrate too much, get out of body, but it was a very exciting. My emotions was through the roof. I just had to contain it. Like, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
How many calls and texts did you have after that game?
So many. But I leave my phone on do not disturb, so you know, I be picking and choosing, you know.
What is it about your game? I mean, you're not the tallest guy, but you can still come down with those 50-50 balls, it seems like.
I line up trying to win. So like before the ball was even thrown, I was like, okay, I'm finna go win this. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever talk to Ada Williams, like ask him about, because we came from the sideline and all that happened. So we had a little conversation on the sideline. I was telling him like, hey, watch this. You know what I'm saying? And then so when I came back, he was like, bro, you just told me to watch this. So yeah, it's like I guess it's the mentality. It starts up here and then it goes like you say, like your brain told you to do this. You know what I'm saying? So you tell yourself to go win, you're gonna go win. You just gotta put the work in for it.
Obviously, you were a walk-on here. What was that moment like when you were put on scholarship, put on through the Grove Collective, and when was that?
I actually got on the Grove before I got on scholarship, and all of it was just very like life changing and surreal. I was like, oh, it came out of nowhere too. It wasn't like, oh yeah, around this time this should be happening. Like it wasn't like that. I was doing normal day-to-day stuff, and next thing you know, I get a phone call or I get someone saying like, hey, you got to meet with this person. You know what I'm saying? So when Knox broke the news down to me, like Knox Kiffin, he broke the news down to me that I was getting the scholarship. I was like, oh, like for real, like you know what I'm saying? But like, it was for real, like definitely a game changer. It definitely put me in the position that I'm in today, and I'm like very thankful for that opportunity.
What have you seen in the evolution of your game over these 2 years in this offense?
I definitely got stronger. I got more cleaner. I start understanding the you get 2 years in the system, you playing in a good system with great coaches, like the game ain't gonna do nothing but get easier, you know what I'm saying? So I could just say like finding windows and seeing everything is just the game just became way, way, way more easier. All I gotta do is play to my abilities at this point.
Dayton Lane was really bragging on Texas A&M's defense, their athleticism. I think you referred to them as elite a few times. What have you seen from them on film, and when you're going up against a defense that's full of that many elite athletes, what does it require from you guys to be effective?
Same thing we've been doing. Except, well, like I said, we had a couple nuances our last game that we're gonna clean up, you know. But like we said, preparation is still the same. We still attack every game the same. Like I was saying, I said something about how we gonna play somebody, like how we gonna play them. But like everything is the same. We gonna keep prepping. We practice hard, and ain't like, oh, we was practicing harder this week than we was last week. Nah, we attacking everybody the same. Like we finna go on a run. Like that's the mentality we have right now.
Going back to that catch, you were talking about when you were coming down to the ground. As someone who will never, ever have a chance to do anything close to as cool as that, like, does it hurt at all? Does it when you fall? Like, what's going through your body when you make a catch like that?
Surprisingly, it didn't hurt. I thought it was gonna hurt. Like as I was coming, I'm like, nah, this ain't nothing but face. Like this, I'm straight finna face plant. You know what I'm saying? But since we was playing on grass, the grass gave in, so my face kind of went in the dirt. I did break my face mask though. Like my face mask, I ain't even understand. I ain't peep. They was like, come on, let me get your helmet. I'm like, what you need my helmet for? It's all kind of messed up. But I mean, when you know that you got like that type of protection, shout out to all the equipment people that, you know what I'm saying, take care of us and stuff like that. You kind of just out there being a little crash dummy. You just having fun doing what you know what I'm saying, to an extent, because you can still get hurt out there, but like you kind of lawless out there. You feel me? So, yeah, daredevil type.
Dayton against Auburn, you had 12 receiving yards, and then you turn around and have 120 yards with a touchdown. Just what type of patience does it require as a receiver to be so successful?
I'm gonna bring up a reference from last year. A great example would be Jonathan Mingo last year. Like I think he had a game where he had like 0 catches or something like that, 0 yards, 0 targets, none of that. And next game he went for like 200 or something like that. So it's like with this offense, some games it might not be your game, some games it is your game. But like Ken Crane say, just be ready. You know what I'm saying? So when it's your time, it's your time. You like go ahead and step in the spotlight. And you do what you do.
Dayton, when you were talking about the catch before, you mentioned kind of meeting Jackson's eyes and having that nonverbal communication. I guess what does it take to be able to do that with your quarterback, right? Like what has to happen before that moment?
That's the chemistry everybody be talking about. That's them winter workouts, spring workouts, summer workouts, going out to dinner with the guys, stuff like that. Like just the little things, you know what I'm saying? So you won't even have to be like, hey, I need this. Nah, you just already know, like, oh, I like my receiver to win right here, or I know my quarterback gonna throw the ball right here in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like certain clues, but to get to that level is definitely the things you do outside of the facility. It's not necessarily like coach said do this. It's the bond that we got outside of this facility.
What does Jackson do to kind of get you guys out and have that space where you can kind of learn each other, like you're talking about?
Yeah, like we went to dinner a few times. You know, we be here all day. So any spare time we get, we just be doing stuff like guys being guys. You know how I go. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we do a lot of hangout, get together. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool.
The defense has really stepped up the past couple of weeks for you guys. Just how much easier does that make the offense in your job when you know you're not out there having to score every single possession? Obviously, you're trying to, but just does that give you some more freedom out there and take the pressure off you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you know, like, dang, we just went 3 out, but our defense gonna get us that ball back. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then we ended up getting to the point where like defense when we like slouching or we in a little slump right now, defense will come over and be like, we got y'all boys. Just get ready when we get the ball back. They get the ball back, you know what I'm saying? We go make a play. We got to go make something happen. So, yeah, I feel like because we've been going against each other for the longest, you know what I'm saying? So we know how good they are, how good they can be, you know what I'm saying? So when outside be like, oh, defense, this different. We like, no, them boys is really good. It's just, you know, some things that take more time to click, like, you know what I'm saying? I understand, like, comparing our offense last year to our offense this year, we have more time with each other, so we're playing better. We understand each other more. Coaches understand players more, you know what I'm saying? What players can do, what players can't do, things like that, just putting players in positions to win. So with that, like, it's a great feeling knowing, like, our defense going to go out there and, like, shut something down, you know?
I know the reflection period's long gone about last year, but is there any value in taking lessons that you may have learned from last year's 7-1 start to this year's?
Oh yeah, definitely, because it's moments that we got in this year and last year, but we attacked it differently this year than we did last year, you know? So like, as in coming from behind and winning, you know what I'm saying? Usually or coming out hot and not finishing strong, like we do points of emphasis like, okay, we gotta finish strong. We can't just come out hot, blazing guns, and then at the end of the game, they come back and beat us, or we can't let nobody get ahead of us, and then we get down, we put our head down, start moping and whatnot. We gotta go get it. We gotta respond, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good to look back on the things that you messed up on and correct it for the future, because you never know how it might come up. Like, I don't want to give out too many jewels, but like we definitely prepare for our past mistakes. Thank you. Sure. Thank y'all.